Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Enough.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show. Turn up your mind.
You have to go back and look and study and see what happened.
Now listen up. I'm serious. Listen up. You've got an older gentleman who is supporting his candidate. He's not doing nothing.
He was talking to the protesters, screaming at him, really screaming at him.
First of all, we live in a country that respects free speech.
By the way, if I spoke the way Obama spoke to that protester.
Second of all, it looks like maybe he might have served in our military, and we got to respect that.
They would say, he became unhinged,
Third of all, he was elderly, and we got to respect our elders.
They never moved the camera, and he spent so much time screaming at this protester. And frankly, it was a disgrace.
And fourth of all, don't boo. Oh!
You have to go back and look and study and see what happened. They never moved the camera, and he spent so much time screaming. You have to go back and look.
Okay, so how long do I have to go back and look until I see the things Donald Trump sees? How many times do I have to watch that until it becomes, I don't know, in my head the way it's in? Okay, that's how we started the weekend. That's how it began. I was driving home. Actually, I was driving to vote. I voted early. I voted, everybody. It was like the United Nations on that line. It was very cool. It was really awesome. And the line was long. It took us 2 hours. Took me 2 hours to vote. 2 hours to vote on Friday night. And I thought I would do it on Friday night only because it was really nice out. It wasn't hot. It was breezy. It was 79 luxurious degrees. It was just a perfect night to stand outside with some of your friends and neighbors who speak, Creole and speak Spanish. And we're talking to their girlfriends going, my mother told me that I had to vote, and she'd shake my hand when I was done. And I love my mother's handshake because there's always something green in there. So, yeah, some kids are getting paid by their parents to vote. Woo! I loved it so much I wanted to do it over and over again. So I just made it on the line. I got there at 5 minutes to 7. And, if you're online before 7 o'clock, you get to vote. Except not in Trump world. In Trump world, they were on the weekend saying that a place in Reno or some place, I can't remember where it was, they kept it open. They kept it open for all these people to vote. For certain people to vote till 10 o'clock. No, my place stayed open also until 9:30. Because I was online at 5 minutes till 7. The line was so long that it took 2 hours to process all of the people that managed to get on the line prior to 7 o'clock. I mean, these people will stop at nothing. It is just, but I can't really understand. I was in the car, I was driving to vote, and I had seen the Obama speech, right? And I had heard Obama, yelling at somebody, and I didn't understand what happened. I really didn't understand what happened. And so I thought, oh my God, something terrible happened at a rally, and listen to Obama screaming, and he's going, wait. Oh no, focus, like that. And I thought, oh no, what happened? Oh no. So then I got online to vote, and I have my little device, and I was able to see that Barack Obama was defending a man who held up a Trump-Pence sign at one of his rallies, and Obama defended him and said, first of all, we live in a country that has free speech. Second of all, he looks like he may have served the country. Third of all, he's elderly and you have to respect your elders. And fourth of all, don't boo vote. You know what I mean? That's leadership. That's what it looks like when a crowd goes out of control and you're in charge of calming the crowd because you happen to hold the microphone. So, and so then all of a sudden I see Donald Trump describing the same damn event that I had just watched as Obama screaming at some protester, and if that he had discussed it, if he had done that, they would have said he'd become I don't know what's scarier, the thought that Donald Trump could lie that brazenly, or the thought that he doesn't really process reality. I don't know which is scarier. I mean, the good news for Donald Trump is it doesn't matter if he loses, because he'll be president in his head. Now I'm starting to understand where the Alicia Machado sex tape came from. It came from his head. Now I understand where the Muslims protesting in New Jersey on 9/11 that he could see from his apartment, because he could see it in his head. Now he sees Obama screaming at a protester in his head. If he wants to believe something, he just creates it in his head. He has the mental acuity of an infant. He sees a cookie. There's a cookie. I want the cookie. I mean, if you had a 4-year-old who did what Trump just did and lied to your face like that, you'd be in the behavioralist's office tomorrow going, I don't know what's wrong with this child. I really do. He sees things. I see dead people. Oh, we're going. Make an appointment. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. In Donald Trump's world, you understand reality is rigged. And this is what scares me about, tomorrow. Reality is rigged. Nothing that doesn't go his way is real. Nothing that doesn't go his way is legitimate. Now, he's not legitimate, obviously. I mean, that's the most brazen, in-your-face, simple to understand lie. Of course, we could go and we could play a ton of stuff for you. We could play, him flip-flopping on Libya. We could play him, I know Putin. He couldn't have been nicer. I don't know anything about Putin. I never met Putin. We could do all that. But you know what? We're not going to do all that right now. Because tomorrow is election day, and the choice could not be starker. Did you see that Trump rally in Reno? Did you see the way that person was treated? Oh, my God. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a prison riot. Yeah, that's a prison riot. That's mobile phone footage of a prison riot in Bedford Prison over in the UK. No, here's the guy who was, this was amazing. You had a guy at a Trump rally who held up a sign that said Republican for Hillary or Republican against Trump, one of those things. It was a sign. That's all it was. It was a sign. And the people in the crowd started yelling, "There's a guy with a gun. Gun, gun, gun." Now, I don't think they meant there's a guy with a gun, 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 gun. They meant, give me a gun. There's a protester. I think that's what happened there. And then this spawned a whole bunch of memes about grabbing by the P word. Really, people? Really? This is a... But, somebody in the crowd yelled gun, and the Secret Service... Did you see them whisk Donald off the stage? God, did he look like a P word? Just saying. If you're going to use it, that would be the occasion. But this guy actually talked to the Guardian newspaper, and he explains all he was doing was holding up a sign, and they beat the crap out of him. Literally tackled him, choked him. He said he felt like he was going to die. This was an Eric Garner chicken choke situation. The guy did not know if he was going to make it out of there alive.
I wanted to show a sign, so I had a sign that said Republicans against Trump.
Right.
I hold it up in the air, and there are people booing. That's expected, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, these people next to me are just starting to get violent. They're grabbing at my arm, trying to rip the sign out of my hand. Trump, I didn't see exactly what happened. It looked like he was kind of pointing at me, almost like he was instigating something.
Oh.
People started going crazy. These people couldn't grab the sign. They start tackling me, and then it just piled on. And someone yelled something about a gun. But I was yelling down there, there is no gun. I only have a sign. I only have a sign. But there were some people wrenching on my neck so hard that they could have strangled me to death.
Oh, my God.
Other people were grabbing at my balls. Other people were, kicking me. It was just absolutely nuts. Finally, the police came. Look
at this military presence.
I was very happy that they came, because they were able to start. They were like pushing people off. People just kept coming back for more.
How would you describe how the crowd were treating you?
Well, and this is something I think is very important. I like these people. You know, these are my fellow Americans. I love these people. I understand that they came here because they're patriotic. They want to do good for their country. So the things that were going on is, and this is the main reason why I do not support Donald Trump, is because he's fascist. You know, he's a dictator. And these type of people, they take good people and they turn them into animals. And that's exactly what happened tonight. But when you come in to become the president of my country that my forefathers have died to protect, I take that very seriously. And when you start calling out my Muslim brothers, Mexican brothers, and all these people, women, you know, the way that he demonizes people, I'm just not going to stand for that. But I do it in a peaceful way, in a democratic way. I'm not jumping up on stage. I'm not punching people. I'm just holding a sign.
Are you really shaken up right now?
More than being shaken up as worried about, you know, the violence that occurred, my heart still aches for what this nation could potentially do by electing him.
That was breathtaking. This guy is a Republican, okay, and he was holding up a sign, "Republicans for Trump," and he said it was the crowd. The crowd turned on him. The crowd was so violent with him. And they started screaming, "Gun, gun, gun," which again I think meant, "Give me a gun. Give me a gun. I want to shoot this guy." And it looks like the military was called in to get the people supporting Trump in the audience off of this guy. Now, all over the place, all of a sudden, there's Kellyanne Conway and everybody out going, "Oh, he's a Democratic operative. He's a Democratic operative. He was hired by the Clinton campaign. He's a Democratic operative." He was holding a sign. He was holding a sign. So Clinton, in your rigged reality, right? We just played you Donald Trump's view of what happened at a rally where Obama had to deal with a protester who was holding up a Trump Pence sign, where he showed an enormous amount of leadership and patience and strength and said, "Let him protest. We believe in the First Amendment. He looks like he might have served in the military. He's an elderly gentleman, and don't boo vote," right? That's the Obama. And of course, Donald Trump portrayed it as he was unhinged. He was screaming at a protester. He was out of his mind. "If I did that, blah, blah, blah." And then right after that, at a rally, you had a Republican holding a sign, "Republicans against Trump." The entire audience turned into, his words, animals. They attacked him. They were hurting him. They were choking him so hard he didn't know if he would be able to get up and breathe. The military had to respond. The military was taking the people off of him. And he said they kept coming back like they wanted another shot at it. They wanted more. And he said that it's like this man is a fascist and he's turned good people into animals. And that's what a demagogue does. And that's what a fascist leader does. And that's what a dictator does. And he said Donald Trump is clearly those things. And my heart aches more than I'm shaken up. My heart aches for what could happen to this country if people elect this guy. And so they start this meme all over the place saying that this guy was hired by the Democrats and that he was an infiltrator. What if he was? What if he was? He was holding a damn sign, and you people went batshit and beat the living pulp out of this guy to the point where the freaking National Guard had to be called in to get you off of him for holding a sign you disagreed with. A freaking sign you disagreed with. You better check yourself. Some people are just lunatics right now. They've lost their freaking mind, led by this man who cannot tell the truth about anything. Not even something caught on freaking videotape. Not even his own words caught on audio tape. Not even his own words caught on videotape. Nothing. Is this man aware that the cameras are on him? It's such an amazing thing. That's how we got rolling all over the weekend. And I was so glad that I voted. And yes, I voted Friday night, not knowing what was going to happen on Sunday. It's Sunday, Elliot. Don't bother me on a Sunday. Yeah, Comey on a Sunday says there's no reason, just like I said in July, to charge Hillary Clinton with anything. Gee, I hope they didn't take that note you sent to Congress too seriously, these voters. But I said I trusted Comey, didn't I? Didn't I? And I know something's going on in the New York Bureau of the FBI. I know that. You know, Rudy Giuliani is also a world heavyweight reality denier. There is absolutely just no, I don't think he knows that he's being taped. I don't think he realizes that the camera is on him when he's sitting there. I cannot I don't know what's wrong with these people. I truly am lost. I mean, you had James Kallstrom on Fox News almost every single day since July, since the first Comey letter. And he says he talks to active agents. He says he's talking to agents inside the New York. He tells Jeanine Pirro he thinks it's the locals, meaning the New York Bureau, okay? Everybody's on TV. Giuliani's on TV. He says he spoke to people inside the FBI. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, you question them. You realize that there's laws. Okay, you know what the law is, right? It's not just the Hatch Act that would apply to, people with official government, titles or roles inserting themselves into an election. It's also the law that says that you can't use your government office for political gain. So we have stinking problems here with these people. But here, let me play you James Kallstrom, because everybody forgets him. But this is him talking to Megyn Kelly. Wait till you see the outfit Megyn's wearing. Damn, girl. If I could, I would, but I can't. There's no way. I mean, how little do your boobs have to be to wear this dress? I'm just wondering. But anyway, here he is talking to Megyn, wearing black leather.
And I talked to 2 prosecutors today, actually, that would take that case in a heartbeat. And I've talked to about 15 different agents, both on the job and outside the job, that are basically worried about the reputation of the agency they love.
Okay, did you hear what he said? I talked to at least 15 agents, both in the job and on the job, both outside the job. And here, let's do it again. Let's just do it again.
Basically worried about the reputation of the heartbeat. And I've talked to about 15 different agents, both on the job and outside the job, that are...
Both on the job and outside the job. I talked to 15 agents, both outside the job and in the job. Can't be doing that. That's leaking. They were using, the FBI guys, whoever they were, that were talking to James Kallstrom, knowing he's, going to go on the TV. It's leaking. They can't do it. They're using their official government position to influence the outcome of an election. Just can't do it. It's for political gain. Can't do it. Can't do it, Sally. Can't have it. Can't do it. So that's Kallstrom. And then Rudy, too. Got Rudy on tape. He was on Lars Larson's show. Oh, God. Some of the best fights I ever had in my life were with Lars Larson. He is so stupid. He is an amazingly violent, stupid. He's right up there with Alex Jones, like in the mental, loony bin bunch. I mean, it's an insane broadcast environment, which is why I bring so much freaking videotape and why I bring so much audio tape and why I show you side by side what he said happened, what really happened. What he said happened, what really happened. He was for Libya, he was against invading Libya. He said pull out of Iraq in 2007, then he said we should never have pulled out of Iraq. That's what created it. It's unbelievable. Just crazy crap.
Clear for takeoff.
Randi Rhodes Air Force. Air Force. RandiRhodes.com.